Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are doing well. In the previous class, we had discussed the first chapter, the Harappan civilization, in which the topics we discussed were the sources of the Harappan civilization, like Great Bath, Citadel, Seals, Dancing Girl, etc. The other topic we discussed were the meaning of the term civilization, its origin, extent, its chief centers like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, and the main features of Harappan civilization, that is the urban planning or the town planning, drainage system and civic organization. Students, I hope you all must have revised these topics. Children, today the topics which we are going to discuss are art and craft of the Harappan people, in which we will discuss about the granaries, the Great Bath, art of sculpture, art of carving, art of pottery, art of painting, seals and their importance, religion, trade and commercial relations, decay and fall of the Indus Valley or the Harappan civilization. So, students, let's start with the first topic, the granaries. See, beside dwelling houses, a few huge and large buildings such as pillared halls and granaries were found. These buildings were used for different public purposes. A high pillared hall, 24.5 meters square, was discovered at Mohenjo-daro. It was an assembly hall which was used to carry on the business of the state. This assembly hall was used to carry the business of the state. Another huge building, 45.71 meters long, 45.71 meters long and 15.23 meters wide, known as Great Granary, was discovered at Mohenjo-daro. It was used for storing grains. Great Granary was also discovered at Mohenjo-daro and it was used to store the grains. Now we come to the next point, the Great Bath. The Great Bath at Mohenjo-daro is the most important building. It is 55 meters long and 35 meters wide. There is a swimming pool in the center. See, in the center there is a swimming pool which is 12 meter long, 7 meter wide and 2.5 meter deep. This was used for religious functions. This Great Bath was used for religious functions. It has a flight of steps at either end. Near the southwest corner of the Great Bath was the hammam, that is public structures show the skill of the engineers and architects of the Indus Valley civilization. Many statues. Now we will discuss the art of sculpture of the Harappan people. Many statues and figurines of men and animals discovered at various places in the Indus Valley show a high degree of development in the art of sculpture. Example, the bronze figure of a dancing girl with her hand on her hip is a masterpiece of the Indus art of sculpture. The piece of art in metal shows the sculpture has reached a high standard in the Indus Valley civilization. The other stone figure of a shawl-clad yogi is also a fine example of their art. All these statues look quite lifelike and speak highly of the artistic skill of the Indus sculpture. Now we come to the next point, art of carving. The Indus Valley people were well versed in the art of carving. The engravings of the various animals on the seals reveals that the artistic ability and technical skill of the engraver of the Indus Valley people. The figures on leather, metal, wood, ivory and soapstone are also very remarkable and realistic. Now we will discuss about the art of pottery. The art of pottery had reached its high water mark. Pottery was made on the wheel and was therefore regular in shape. The Indus potter was a skilled craftsman and produced plain, colored and glazed pottery. The Indus pottery was famous for its color, shape, rich design and perfect finish. After this, we will discuss the art of painting. The Indus Valley people were very fond of painting and had made progress in the art of painting. They were quite skillful in drawing the figures of men, animals and objects of nature on earthenwares and utensils. These paintings showed that the Indus Valley painter was a superb artist. Now we will study about the seals and their importance. More than 2000 seals have been found at various sites of Indus Valley civilization. How many seals have been found? More than 2000 seals. These seals are made of various materials such as pottery, cetite, ivory, etc. From these seals, we get the physical feature of men, women, animals, and birds of those days. From these seals, we come to know about the physical features of these things. From the figures engraved on the seals, we get an idea of the dress, ornaments, hairstyle, etc. of the Indus Valley people. Of all the 2000 odd seals, Shiva Pashupati is the most important, which has been found at Mohenjo-daro. Children, now we will study about the religion of the Indus Valley people. Stone images, figurines, and engravings on seals help us to know the religious ideas and beliefs of the Indus Valley people. From where do we get the idea of the religious idea of the Indus Valley people? We get from stone images, figurines, and engravings on the seals. The worship of the Divine Mother was very common. Then the discovery of many smoke-stained female figures has led the historians to believe that oil or incense was burnt before the female deity to get her blessings. The worship of Mother Goddess reveals that people believe that female energy is the source of all creation. They believe that the female energy is the source of all creation. Among the male gods, Shiva was the most prominent. Shiva was also worshipped in the form of Linga and Yoni. They worshipped demigods. No temples has been discovered among the ruins. There were no temples to worship God. They did not worship their gods in the temple. They worshipped animals like bull, buffalo, tiger, crocodile, snake, etc. They also worshipped the peepal tree. It was regarded as the abode of the god, which means it was regarded as the house of gods. The dove was considered as a sacred bird. They were afraid of demons, so they had faith in charms and amulets. Both cremation and burial of the dead bodies were prevalent. The graves contained household pottery, ornaments, mirrors, etc. That means when a person was dead, they kept all these things in the grave. Why they kept? Because they believed in life after death. They believed there is a life after death, so they kept all these things in the grave. Purification by bath was considered to be the religious duty. There is no doubt about it that there is an organic relationship between the ancient culture of the Indus Valley and the Hinduism of today. Now we will discuss trade or commercial relations. The people of the Indus Valley maintained close commercial relations with the outside world for the import of precious stones, different metals, and other articles. They had established connections with southern India, eastern India, and Kashmir, as well as with certain Central Asian and West Asian countries. A flourishing trade through the land routes of Baluchistan and Persia took place between the Indus Valley and Sumer in ancient times. Historians believe that the Indus Valley people had also maintained trade relations with Egypt and Crete through Sumer. Children, now we will discuss about the decay and fall of the Indus Valley or the Harappan civilization. See, the Indus Valley civilization lasted about 1,000 years. Around 1750 BCE, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro disappeared. Scholars have given various reasons. See, various reasons has been given for the decay of the Indus Valley. The reasons for it were: it might have been destroyed by regular floods, an epidemic or some terrible disease might have killed the people. The other reason was the climate also began to change and region became more and more dry like a desert. The Aryans attacked their cities and destroyed them. It was also possible that the earthquakes might have been responsible for the destruction of the Indus Valley civilization. So, there were various reasons for its decay or downfall. Now we come to the conclusion. The Indus Valley people were peace-loving people who enjoyed various beauties and comforts of life. Some of their achievements are really remarkable and they have left a heritage of which we are really very proud. Children, with this we complete our first chapter. I hope you all must have understood, read and revise all the topics. Shall meet in the next class. Thank you.